Hi guys, it's me Rius, and in today's video I'm going to be going over how to play Jett in your ranked games like a pro and rank up how I did on the screen. So Jett has 3 different abilities, well 4: Cloud Burst, the Smoke, the Updraft, and the Dash, aka the get out of jail card. The Smoke is used for multiple things. The Smoke is used to reposition, do a little one-way, or to cover something up, or to put down a smoke and just easily spray through it. The updraft, of course, is used to get on off angles, which I'll mention later. It used to get 2 updrafts, but now it only gets 1. And the dash, it got nerfed, and it's hard to get value out of, but if you do get value out of it, good Jett players will know how to get value out of it. Once you get value out of it, the value will be extremely high. So the reason why I showed that clip was to show the importance of how to reposition as Jett, primarily using your smokes and your dash. So the first reposition was when I got that kill off Jett, I dashed away, and then I also put an extra smoke so that to secure my reposition and so I don't get traded. And then after I peeked that harbor, I also threw a smoke again, and from their perspective, I was there, and after the smoke, I could be anywhere. I could be back pyramids, or I could be back yellow, or I could be, yeah, anywhere. And then I go mid, and then I take each 3 1v1s with my dash so that I can't get traded and I win all the gunfights. There isn't exactly a exact way of using your util, but what I would do is, for beginners, after you get a kill, practice using any of your util. It can be your dash, or you can put down a smoke near you, or you can even updraft out of the space you're in. All 3 of those util will prevent you from getting traded if used correctly. So keep that in mind. Also, your knives have 0 recoil despite your movements, so I'd suggest pairing with your updraft or jumping to maximize it. This clip was a great example of a mixture between my util and my game sense. So after I killed this Jett, I noticed that there's a brim ult behind me, so the only option for me to get traded is from long. But then I didn't see anyone for the first 3 seconds, so I move here. Then I hear Reyna, so I decide to dash, and then I spot Reyna right here. So I can pre-aim this, kill Reyna, and then I saw my teammate die here, so I instantly turn around. I get the trade here, the guy is trying to trade me. I instantly one-way this so I can't get traded, and then I dash to my only teammate. And then now it's 2v2. And then after basically being untradeable, and I have knives, I hear both of them come from CT. I know that Cypher's gonna be aiming at this, my head level. So I updraft so that my toes are at my head level. I kill that Cypher, get my knives back, and then I hear the brim got flashed by Sky, so I use my dash ability to quickly go while he's still flashed, and then I finish him off with my knives. This was a good clip with both my game sense and my util usage to not get traded as Jett, and I think that was a really good example. Off angles are something Jetts should all abuse, and you can achieve that by using your updraft ability, like this video. Okay, so the reason why off angles are so powerful is because there are common angles and off angles in this game, right? Common angles are angles that are commonly cleared by your crosshair, and off angles are angles that are not. And there's only a few characters that can abuse off angles, like Omen, Raze, Jett. Those are a few examples, because they can TP or dash or satchel up on those angles, right? Like, as an example, I'm gonna clear these angles. If you notice, I did not clear this angle, or the angle where you can play on this. Let's say there's Jett here, right? That's my instant reaction. And for me to hit that shot, I have to flick from here to here. And let's compare that to the enemy Jett. I'm holding this, even if my crosshair placement's a little off, I just have to make a small minor crosshair placement change. And then I get the heads up, and then I safely dash out. The time that it takes to make a minor crosshair change from like here to here is probably like 1/5 of the time it takes for you to flick on from here to here, and that's if you even hit the shot. That's the power of an off angle. And how you clear this is you have to use util, like a flash or a Sova drone. And if, as a Jett, if you get scanned or flashed, don't get greedy. Do not stay on the angle and just hold. Just dash away. And then use that smoking technique to reposition. Because they know you dashed here. You put a smoke. Now you can come here. And they don't know where you went. Because the sound cue, you swing your knife, you see that little circle. That's how far someone can hear if from your position. And from their perspective, you could be here, here, and now they have to re-clear again. So yeah, power of an off angle. Oh, now here comes the most important part of Jett, which is entering on site. So your job is to basically help your teammates get on site, like I did here. I got the Jett, who was the anchor of the site, holding, and I got him, and my teammates were able to get on site. And notice how I acknowledged that my omen flashed to the left side, so when I dashed in, I turned to the right so that my teammates can see if there was a guy there. Unfortunately, there wasn't, so I knew that there was only one guy on site. And then I asked my initiator for some utility so I can take favorable fights and got a 4K. Alright, so as Jett, your primary goal is to create space for your team on site so that your team is able to walk in site as a team and then take the site together and entry. You're going to be taking the primary first contact, which means you could utilize jiggling for info. You'll see you notice a guy dice by jiggling. You know one's dice, you call for your smokes, dart. Let's say the dart scans the guy's dice only. Then you can comfortably smoke, take the fight, and then try to help your team get on site. And notice what I did there. When I dashed in, look again. I look to my right. That basically pings a question mark if there's an enemy on your and your teammate's minimap, so that you can act like a little Sova drone and get some more additional info for your team. In that video clip I showed, my omen blinded the left side, which meant that I had to worry less about it, especially because it was smoke. So I dashed and I looked to my right so that I could act like a little Sova drone for my teammates. Unfortunately, no one was there, so I was just able to get the guy dice, and that cleared the site for my team. And that's just a lot of low elo Jett players make a mistake. They just dash in, they don't look to the left or right. I think it's really important. And also, do not make your entries so repetitive. If you're dashing, it's good that you're dashing, but if you're dashing dice every time, they can set a trip or a molly, and if you're in a smoke and you get tripped, you're basically dead or mollied. So what I like to do is I like to pick different spots that I can dash on. So I could dash on here, or if your team is really weak to the spams that are coming from tree, I can dash here, close the door, and then my teammates can focus on heaven and sight. And what I mean by this is, let's say there's a cypher trip, right? And you don't feel comfortable enough to go out of the smoke and break it. What you can do is your Jett can go like this, swing the guy heaven or the guy dice, and then so that you don't get shot by the cypher trip, and hopefully you can kill that cypher for your team to come on site, so that your team is able to come on site. It's a really useful way to entry on site, especially if you're a skilled Jett that can win your ones. Obviously, you're gonna want to ask for some util, maybe a Sova dart on like sight, and like a KO molly dice, and then you don't have to worry about dice as they're gonna be out here, so your teammates can shoot at them while you focus on the guy Jen, for example. It's just this, but works in like more in like a coordinated team play, maybe like not in ranked. Maybe in ranked you're just gonna get shot from multiple angles because your teammates are not gonna know how to use proper util. But yeah, the point is, don't make your entries repetitive. Put some spice into it. Be an unpredictable Jett. One last thing I want to mention is that what differs a decent Jett compared to a good Jett is that a decent Jett will make space on site, but a good Jett will be getting those impact entry first blood frags. People commonly say that it's fine if you're bottom fragging on Jett, and as long as you're entering. Well, obviously it's fine to bottom frag on all agents, but it doesn't mean you're doing a good job. They're lying to you. if you're doing a good job on a duelist, you should be getting those entry frags to get the weight, put the weight off your shoulders, off your teammates' shoulders. And you should also be the primary color for all the util. You should be saying, KO, I'm gonna dash dice, could you molly it? Or you could say, Sova, could you dart sight right there so it scans dice since I'm dashing there? And then with the help of the util, you should be able to get the guy on site. Or if there's Sue, you might get traded, and getting traded is good, but it's not as good as you getting the impact first frag. And yeah, that's all I want to say. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. If I get 20 likes on the video, I'll make a different video about including all the tips and like useful tricks that I haven't told anyone playing Jett. I guarantee you it's some of the tips, not even like your favorite Radiant pros though. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy.
Here.